All right, let's pick up this forecast now on this heat wave and getting out of it. I've got really good news. I'm going to show you how the temperatures are going to improve in 1 second. First, I'll show you where we were today and where we're going to be over the next couple of days, really tomorrow when some of us are 25 degrees cooler. Here's Exhibit A. That is live updating satellite right now on the virtual set. These are building cumulus clouds, and that one out there actually just sparked a little bit of lightning and thunder near Santa Barbara. Look up here, because I've got a little more resolution on this when we take a look at the satellite imagery in the old school monitor. There's something going on over California today, and that is going to break this heat wave tomorrow for us. It's even going to introduce a small chance, believe it or not, of a sprinkle tomorrow morning. When the marine layer out here, you kind of see what's going on off the coast here, a little bit of this marine layer, and you kind of see where we are. So we're not looking at the thunderstorms over there. Now you see a little bit of a marine layer that will build in along the coast overnight tonight and will be allowed to deepen enough that as it works its way onshore tomorrow morning, you won't even see it out here when we look at the bay. There's satellite imagery on here, but it's clear. We might get a sprinkle out of it. But let's go in order. First thing we want to do, let's take a look at where we were today, because then I want to show you the improvement. These are Saturday's daytime highs. And this is where we did, once again, numbers just as hot as Friday. And now here comes the good news. We'll say goodbye to the numbers. Watch the color contours. I'm going to hit the button. We're going to switch from looking at the color contour Saturday afternoon to Sunday afternoon. And now you see the dramatic improvement. These are your Sunday numbers. Now, some of those inland are 25 degrees cooler than you were today. That is a huge drop to go through from one day to the next. And we're totally out of this in terms of the heat side once we get to tomorrow. But having said that, there is still a heat advisory that is in place right now for the inland valleys because of those numbers going back up to 100 today. So when we leave behind that high resolution satellite, this is the heat advisory, stays in effect till 8 o'clock tonight. Look at the locations still in this. From Concord down 680, out 580 through the Tri-Valley, certainly Brentwood and Antioch. These are places around 101 today. Once we get to 8 o'clock, the temperatures will have dropped enough that the heat advisory will be allowed to expire. Santa Clara Valley is in it as well. Your temperature's around 90 today here, as we just saw on the map for today, and you're going to be back into the mid and upper 70s there by tomorrow when things start to change. So that pattern that's going to do this for us, when you look out on the satellite, you don't really see a whole lot. You see the big mass of clouds we were looking at here just now showing up on the virtual set. But when we put it in the water vapor, you can see what's driving all this. It's a little counterclockwise spin here. See that little explosion of clouds? This area of low pressure is getting pulled up over California. That's going to help deepen the marine layer, which is going to get pushed on shore by that trough. They're both going to come together and help us out tomorrow and really bring the temperatures down for us. And there's a chance, in addition to the sprinkle, when the marine layer deepens tomorrow morning, there we are, that's actually Sunday and Monday morning. Both days we'll see the marine layer like that. Even if we get a light sprinkle from that, some of these storms coming up in the Sierra might actually want to try to develop a little bit of rain on their own. Let me show you what that will look like. And in order to find that now, we need to go all the way back down towards Mexico. So let's reorient ourselves on the map. And you're going to see the showers that start showing up down there. There's your timestamp. That's tomorrow. Sunday, watch this stuff march up into the Sierra. And by Monday, it's kind of working through Central California. I don't think it gets here. But there's a chance you might get an interesting cloud show. Bottom line is, it's a dramatic reversal in the atmosphere overhead. The wheels are turning in our favor at this point to really give us a break and a much needed change in this pattern. So let's get into the 7-day forecast. Once we do this cool down on Sunday, we're pretty much just staying there. So the numbers that you're going to experience on Saturday, just keep repeating. We don't really change that a whole lot. The only thing that might change will be the cloud show that we'll get over the next few days. And we'll see the 7-day forecast looks identical on here, by the way. In terms of the pattern, when we look at the numbers for the bay, the numbers are cooler. But the pattern's the same. Big cool down tomorrow, and then you're staying put. All right, Andrea, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Darren. Coming up.